Did the song already develop to a to like a finisher, or like Must Kill has something that really kills everybody in the audience? I think.
Yeah, actually, it is and it isn't. Because I remember like when we first did the set list, me and Max, we wanted to finish the set with Must Kill because it really fits the whole concept. Yeah. But then we were like, one night we decided to put Must Kill as the one song before the last song, and we're like, this is even better because it's less predictable. So we change things around. So Must Kill is not the last thing of the night. So we after Must Kill we go back for the Living Dead, song or whatever.
Yeah, because what are you guys playing live? It's like 80% Cavalera or 100%?
No, it's a mix. Of course we do a lot of stuff of the Cavalera album. I think it's an album that's very easy to recreate live. So we're playing a lot of the stuff, but there is also a lot of stuff that me and Max wrote with Sepultura back in the days, and some Nail Bomb and some covers. That's what, at the end of the day, that's the Cavalera Conspiracy set. It's like whatever we feel like playing out of Max and Igor's head.
Yeah.
And then the other guys, they jump in it,
So it's even a possibility that like Cockroaches, etc., all those Nail Bomb songs will pass along.
Yeah. I mean, we're definitely doing Wasting Away a little more, but it's definitely a chance of bringing more and more to it.
Which is like, if you come to it, if you see a show of the Cavalera Conspiracy, it's almost like a really fixed show of the two of you. It's like it's really a Cavalera Conspiracy.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, the name really fits. Because I remember when Max, called me about the name, and I was like, I just love the name because it would make people think. I love when you throw stuff out there where it's not totally, I don't know how you say it, but it seems like a lot of the information today, it's too much explained.
Yep.
And the Cavalera Conspiracy, it's a typical name that I heard a million versions for it, and every of those versions for me they're right. It's like I heard kids saying like, yeah, I know Cavalera Conspiracy, it's you and Max against the world. And I was like, all right, sounds good, man. And then some other kid, came up to me and he was like, I know Cavalera Conspiracy, it's how you guys feel about the music today. You guys are making conspiracy against music. And I'm like, that's a good point of view too, man. But there's not one explanation to it. That's what I love about the name. And like you're saying now, the fact that we go live and we play everything that me and Max, it is a Cavalera Conspiracy again,
Yeah. And what's gonna happen? Because do you guys even plan what's gonna happen with Cavalera Conspiracy? Besides the fact that it won't be something that will last for 10 years in a row without having all the other projects.
I think that's the cool thing about Cavalera Conspiracy. Again, it's something that we're not trapped to it. We can do it as we feel the need, to do it. Max is very busy, SoFly. I'm very busy with MixHell. Right now we're focused on Cavalera Conspiracy, and we already been talking about like new songs and new ideas, even like to make a remix album of Cavalera Conspiracy, inviting a lot of different artists to redo the album in a different way. All these ideas are starting to pop, which I think it's really cool. And it makes this more special.
Because your project MixHell is also something different and something. Do you get any time to focus on it right now, or is it just Cavalera Conspiracy and then?
No. Well, to be honest with you, right now we have a lot of our family with us, so I think MixHell it's a little less than I wish. I wish I could be a little more involved. But once our kids go back to Brazil, and it's gonna be just me and Lima in the bus, we can set up our studio, and then during the day we can work a little more on our music. So it's not something that I'm completely focused on Cavalera. I can do both, and like when we play Pink Pop, we came and DJ at Paradiso after the show, and it was really cool. A completely different crowd, and so it's like, for me, it's a fun way of having different atmospheres. I love it.
But it's completely different from having a metal live.
Yeah, it's very different, and I really enjoy the fact that I'm doing something that it's not all the same thing. So to me as a musician, it's very refreshing.
How long will you go on with making music? Which is a question always nice to ask if guys are playing for over 20 years. But I can imagine you guys. I mean, I think the two brothers will go on forever. In what way?
In many different ways. Music, it's definitely a big part of our life, and I know me and Max, we feel very lucky that we can do this and support our families and have a cool life and still play our music. And as long as we can do this, then I don't see why not continue to make music. You know, I don't see age as a problem. I don't see, because we always like paying attention to what's going on today musically. It's not that we're trapped in our past and just making that over and over. We always try to see what's going on, you know. So it's like, for me, I don't see that as a problem. I think it's, you know, as long as we can do this and still have a good life with our family. And also, to be honest, I don't need to have the best, you know, life. I don't need to be a millionaire with a... All I have is a simple, you know, my kids have a good, you know, a lot better than I had, and that's fine, you know, for me. I feel lucky already.
How many kids you got already right now?
Well, I have 5 kids, and Max has...
that's a lot more, yeah.
Yeah, has 8, so...
Damn it, I just got 4, so I gotta make more.
No, but you're on the few peoples that say I got 4. Yeah. Usually they go like, yeah, I got 2 or 1, but I come from a big family, you know, like I'm half Italian, half Brazilian, and they have big families. Yeah. So like in America, it's not that usual, or even on some places. But I love a big family, you know, like my kids. It's nothing for me better than watching all of them, you know, together doing different things, and I wouldn't change that for nothing, you know.
And in a way, they're used to the life you lead. I mean, it's different from people that stay at home 365 days a year, but they're used to it, so they're easily working with it, I think.
It's honest, you know. They know. It's like, I think if you're clear with your kids, they understand everything. They're so capable of absorbing, you know, feelings, that they know that your dad might work, you know, in a bank, or your dad might work in a band. But at the end of the day, as long as your dad is, you know, making everything that, you know, it's working, and they see that your parents are, you know, pushing hard for you so you have a good life, that's very important, you know. And that's how I grew up, watching my dad and my mom really busting. And then once you grow up, you give value to that, you know. If you see your dad sitting around watching TV all day, and then you're like, wow, that's not it, man. But if you see your dad working and struggling, you know, and also at the same time having fun, that's good, you know.
All right. When will we see you again in Holland? Because I think the Cavalera Conspiracy tour will end this summer already, or?
Well, after this we go to America, after Europe. And then we have some shows in Australia and might do South America. But I hope that we can come back until the end of the year to do another run. I don't know if it with MixHell or Cavalera Conspiracy, but for sure we want to continue playing, you know. And this year it's mostly about touring, so we're gonna try to make as much.
Well, thanks a lot. We'll meet you again.
Thanks a lot, man. Okay. And I hope Holland or Portugal win the World Cup, the Euro Cup, for the good of football, because they're playing football that I like to watch, especially Holland, even more than Portugal. But I'm a big fan of Luis Felipe, the coach. So if one of those two are the champion, I think it's a good thing for football, because Italy or Germany, we
don't want
that. It's
that.
like, it's not good, you know. It's not good for humanity, you know.
Right. So it's cool. Thanks a lot, man.